Well, another wet day, very wet, in fact, and that wet weather pushed through southwestern Ontario earlier this morning, now moving through the GTA. Rainfall warnings in place for much of the GTA, including Toronto. Severe thunderstorm watches farther east. These will likely turn to rainfall warnings as well, because the biggest threat with these storms as they move from west to east are the heavy downpours. And let me tell you, we've certainly seen that around Toronto. You can see that on the radar imagery. We're talking the potential here for near 50 millimeters in an hour. That's almost a month's worth of rain in a very short period of time, and locally totals of 100 millimeters, and that's more than a month's worth of rain that has already fallen so far today. The good news is we're starting to see the tail end of that heaviest rain around the Toronto area, but it's far too late. We've already seen flooding across many areas, rivers running high, the Don, for instance, the Humber. And you can see the trailing edge or the back edge of this heavy rain. It's pushed out of the Kitchener area, still moving through Toronto, and we're expecting it to move east in the coming hours through eastern Ontario and southwestern portions of Quebec. Temperatures obviously have been suppressed by that rainfall and the cloud cover, but it's still humid out there, but especially as you head through farther east towards Montreal, where there's still a heat warning in place, but you'll get the rain later on today. Thankfully, by early this afternoon, it dries out around Toronto. Still the chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll show you when you really feel a difference in terms of a drier, cooler air mass in place in the full forecast just ahead.
And take a look at this. The streets of Toronto already looking worse for wear after that mid-morning storm. Water is pooling up along the lakeshore around Ontario Place. The Toronto and Region Conservation Authority has issued a flood watch, saying people should expect to see ponding in low-lying areas. Toronto City Council's Executive Committee met today.
Well, if you're around the GTA, certainly if you don't have to head outside on the roads, try to give the road crews and just that water, that intense amount of rain that's fallen so far late this morning into the early afternoon to make its way through the various drainage systems. We're going to see a let-up, thankfully, in the intensity of the rain over the next hour or so, but we're still going to likely be experiencing some flooding into the mid-afternoon, possibly into the evening, as those water levels, those river levels are quite high. But thankfully, we're going to start to see a decrease in terms of the amount of rainfall. By, I think, 2 o'clock is when much of the heavy rain should start to ease, between 1 and 2 o'clock. There still is the chance for a scattered shower or thunderstorm as we head through the late afternoon in towards this evening. But I think for the most part, we should be much drier around Toronto. Different story as you head through the Montreal area with some storms on the way, and temperatures staying around the high teens overnight tonight. So we're still dealing with some warmth as we look at temperatures across the country. Farther west, although not yet making it to the peak temperature yet through many western sections of the country, obviously. And, well, it's been another warm day in terms of the humidity, but temperatures have been suppressed by that heavy amounts of rain, the heavy amounts of rain that have pushed across southern Ontario. See the jet stream track here right in towards the Great Lakes. That has helped. The upper levels have helped to enhance this rainfall, and boy, has it come down. In some cases, near 100 millimeters of rain has fallen just today. There were downpours yesterday, so areas that got flooded yesterday have been having issues today, and you can see that heavy rain pushing from west to east. It is expected to ease, though, as we head through early this afternoon around the GTA. Still some showers, thunderstorms could form off of Lake Huron and through portions of southwestern Ontario. We'll have to watch for the potential through eastern Ontario, Peterborough, Kingston, Montreal for some heavier bands of rain late this afternoon and through the early evening hours. We are certainly looking at a quieter pattern, less humid as well. Wednesday across southern Ontario, and that cooler air will eventually make its way towards southwestern Quebec. And I'm not expecting any widespread rainfall over the next couple of days after we get through that rainfall today. So let's take a look at the next 7 days. You can see cooler Wednesday, cooler still Thursday, and we remain comfortable Friday into the weekend. At this point, looking dry. You can see temperatures still 27 on Wednesday. We're into some cooler conditions for Thursday. Temperatures back to the high 20s, but certainly not as humid as it has been in Montreal into the weekend. And let's look at your forecast.
All right.
Southern Ontario today, and Toronto may have got the worst of the flooding with torrential rain, about 100 millimeters in a very short time. Major roads turning into rivers, leading to many stranded commuters. Sean O'Shea has more.
It was no average rainstorm. This is what Toronto drivers saw through their windshields navigating along the lakeshore downtown. So much water accumulating far too fast for the roadway drainage systems. The city's fire department was called out for one rescue after another. This man had to climb on his car's roof as the water level rose. He couldn't go anywhere until firefighters using a small boat brought him to safety. He wasn't injured, although there are risks.
The challenge is the fact that it is fast-moving water. There's a lot of debris within that water. It's murky, it's dirty. There's hidden dangers underneath that water.
The persistent rain surprised drivers who hadn't expected so much of it. This roadway beside the Don River frequently floods, but not everyone knows that.
So the water here is so deep that we just barely got through with our news vehicles. The people behind us didn't make it, so we're going to go check and see who's in the vehicle right now. It's so deep you can't see the curbs. You can't see anything.
We came upon a couple in a car who misjudged the water level on the road and got stuck.
Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?
Oh my gosh!
Did you call for help?
Oh my gosh!
You didn't see it coming, did you?
No!
Let's grab
Oh
some
my
there.
gosh!
Hang on, hang on.
They were terrified. We helped them get out to safety as the water flowed into their car.
Oh my gosh, this is scary. I am scared. I've never seen this before. Never, never.
You just saw it was heavy rain, right?
I thought it was maybe 4 inches, 5 inches.
They're safe, but the car wasn't going anywhere until the water level subsided. A hard lesson in how quickly conditions can change when rainfall picks up. And for the City of Toronto, questions to be answered, like why the city's Don Valley Parkway was closed in one direction but not the other, leaving drivers stuck for hours.
Of course, there will be a review so that we, if there are some things we can improve on, I'll guarantee you we will know about it.
Drivers, too, learning from their experience the risks of trying to get somewhere when it's probably safer just to stay home.
Well, this region got a good soaking as well, certainly not like Toronto. In fact, it looks sunny where Bill is on the front steps there, joining us now with a first look at the local forecast. How are you doing, Bill?
Not bad. I think the worst is over for us now. Certainly, like you said, not seeing what they did in Toronto. We did have a cold front sweeping through, that low pressure moving on, but a little bit of wraparound, some troughing in behind the system, and so we're still looking at some cloudy periods. I wouldn't rule out the chance of a shower again tonight, and about a 30% probability tomorrow. But enjoy that mix of sun and cloud, and that 25 feeling like a 32. So humidity's still a factor here. It's going to feel about 7 degrees warmer tomorrow. And we've got high pressure settling in from the northwest with some great news. We could have a real long sunny stretch ahead of us. I'll have details for you with your full forecast in just a moment.
First Weather is brought by Aubin Windows and Doors. For premium products, award-winning service, and professional installations, visit aubin.com.
Yes, that low-pressure system that brought all the rain to southern and eastern Ontario today, now moving on, getting a bit of blue sky at 170 Queen right now. But here's the mess that came to Toronto. Flash flooding for the area from about 9 till noon. They saw the heaviest of rain in a 2-hour block right in the center of that. Say about 9:30 to 11:30 was the heaviest. So in that period, it just came down so heavy that that's what led to the flash flooding. That's why the Don Valley Parkway was flooded. That Don River just couldn't hold that water. We didn't see as much of it, though there was a marine tornado warning over Lake Ontario. You can see that really intense red and purple right here, just around between noon and 2, the heaviest of the rain rolled through here, but that was over the lake. We did get our share of showers inland, but certainly not the worst of it like they did see in Toronto today. Just a little far south and over the lake, and so we didn't get into the more intense stuff. But we did get our share of some showers. Now, the numbers I have for you now, and we'll take a look at those shortly, there were numbers taken much earlier. I'll probably have better numbers for you tomorrow. Showers and thunderstorms ending. Already seeing that. Not to rule out the chance of a shower again tonight, but the worst of it's over, the heavier stuff. Mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, very small chance of a shower, just a little bit of wraparound as a result of this tail end of the system. And then look out for a warm and sunny trend from Thursday to Monday. Very nice conditions. And your temperatures across the region today, still a humid X factor. Still about, roughly 10 points spread between the temperature and just how warm it felt. We had a 25 in Kingston, probably closer to a 30 north of the 401. We had near 30 in Brockville, 26 in Smiths Falls and Ottawa, 26 for Belleville as well, 27 in Peterborough, 26 in Oshawa, 28 in Toronto today. Yeah, and it was muggy. That 25 currently feeling like a 34, and we're getting a mix of sun and cloud now. Yeah, nice to see the clouds thinning out, and we're going to enjoy that sunshine for quite some time. So I've got 18 millimeters as a result of the showers, but these numbers were taken earlier as the rain was still going. So I'm guessing we were somewhere between 20 and 30 millimeters, and I'll have more accurate numbers for you tomorrow. And yes, we've lost a few more minutes of daylight as well. You can see this was just full of color just an hour ago. All the watches and warnings are now moving on to the northeast. Not an issue for us at this time. So there's several small depressions sort of working together to bring this in, but that was the culprit today that brought in the worst of the weather. It's moving on, still dealing with a cold front tonight. And so as it pushes through, we see that probability of showers still and a risk of thunderstorms. Just not as bad as it was earlier today across southern and eastern Ontario. Once we roll into Thursday, look out. Big area of high pressure over the Great Lakes is going to dig in like a tick in a dog's back. Very nice conditions. There's that small chance of showers tonight. We see a little something brewing across the lake again. Some cloud tomorrow. A 30% probability. As those winds become more westerly and eventually northerly, we see that probability through Thursday in a small way, like a 20 to 30% probability. I wouldn't worry about it. We're looking at really nice conditions, that high pressure helping out to clear things up. Belleville, high 26. Tomorrow, you've got a mix of sun and cloud, small chance of showers. Thursday, a high 24 and mainly sunny. More of the same Thursday, or Friday rather, with a high of 25. Brockville up to 26 degrees. Tomorrow, there's a 40% chance of showers through the afternoon. A high 23 Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud, and sunny on Friday with a high of 26. Smiths Falls, up to 60% probability, even a risk of a thunderstorm late in the afternoon, but that will move through very quickly. Otherwise, cloudy with sunny periods, a high 27 for Thursday, up to 23. Mix of sun and cloud, and mainly sunny Friday with a high of 26. Kingston, your forecast, a mix of sun and cloud. Tomorrow, that chance of showers diminishing to a 30% probability. It actually has come to an end completely now, but we may see that probability moving through the evening and early morning hours again. Then it reduces through the morning and then picks back up in the afternoon to 30%. So we're not completely finished with the system, even though the bulk of it's moved on. We're still seeing some wraparound and troughing in behind it. Thursday, though, it clears right up. Mix of sun and cloud to start your day, clearing right up through the evening. And then Friday, sunny. Saturday, sunny. Highs of 24. Up to 24 again on Sunday with a mix of sun and cloud. And Monday, mainly sunny, a high 24. That cloud increasing Tuesday with a high 25. Could mean showers for Wednesday. Now your weather wallpaper. A couple pictures from Karen Shack of Gananoque Way. Lovely little bunny, and this one's getting quite friendly. Some of them are now that she's been feeding them, giving them some carrots and mixed vegetables, sprinkling a little dill on them. They're spoiled, and they're hanging around. They're getting a little closer, and it's a really nice environment in Karen's backyard. And of course, in the shade of their porch, being able to witness this too. Absolutely lovely atmosphere you have there, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing. If you've got pictures, share them with us at submissions at ckwstv.com.
And that's her garden. This is all taking place in her garden. What an oasis she has created.
She says she hasn't been venturing out very far because it's just been so hot.
Right.
The humidity, it's a killer, right? So she's just starting to get back with her camera, and so far it's just kind of in her yard. So
I like her strategy, though, Bill, because she feeds the carrots, the carrots to the bunnies, and then they'll probably leave her colorful flowers alone because of that.
Yes, that's right.
Full.
That's a good strategy, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and so now that we're through with the rain, for the most part, certainly the heavier stuff, it looks like clear sailing for several days.
Yes, looking forward to that. Anybody who booked next week off, looking pretty good.
You mean like you?
Yes.
Well, you are the weather guy, right? So you know how to pick them.
I timed it.
All right. Well, we'll get you back here with the 10-day outlook a little bit later. Thank you, Bill. Stop gloating. Joining us now with the 10-day outlook, which happens to overlap his own vacation.
Well, that's correct. We've got some time off coming, and it looks like I've planned it really well. That chance of showers is still with us in a small way through the day tomorrow, 30% probability, mix of sun and cloud. For Thursday, though, it's nice and sunny and a high 23. More sunshine over Friday and Saturday. Temperatures kind of stable, highs of 24 for a few days, and hoping to see that humidity come down a little bit. It's been so sticky. Tuesday of next week, a high 25, up to 24 Wednesday as the chance of showers moves back in. Thursday, still a probability, and for Friday, a high 26 and mainly sunny conditions.
Yeah, looks like you picked a good week there, Bill.
Yeah, a little shower Wednesday or Thursday, but not a big deal.
We'll be right back.
Your long-range
Move through southern Ontario today, and Toronto may have got the worst of the flooding with torrential rain, about 100 millimeters in a very short time. Major roads turning into rivers, leading to many stranded commuters. Sean O'Shea has more.
It was no average rainstorm. This is what Toronto drivers saw through their windshields navigating along the lakeshore downtown. So much water accumulating far too fast for the roadway drainage systems. The city's fire department was called out for one rescue after another. This man had to climb on his car's roof as the water level rose. He couldn't go anywhere until firefighters using a small boat brought him to safety. He wasn't injured, although there are risks.
The challenge is the fact that it is fast-moving water. There's a lot of debris within that water. It's murky, it's dirty. There's hidden dangers underneath that water.
The persistent rain surprised drivers who hadn't expected so much of it. This roadway beside the Don River frequently floods, but not everyone knows that.
So the water here is so deep that we just barely got through with our news vehicles. The people behind us didn't make it, so we're going to go check and see who's in the vehicle right now. It's so deep you can't see the curbs. You can't see anything.
We came upon a couple in a car who misjudged the water level on the road and got stuck.
Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay?
Oh my gosh!
Did you call for help?
Oh my gosh!
You didn't see it coming, did you?
No!
Let's grab
Oh
you
my
there.
gosh!
Hang on, hang on.
They were terrified. We helped them get out to safety as the water flowed into their car.
Oh my gosh, this is scary. I am scared. I've never seen this before. Never, never.
You saw it was heavy rain, right?
I thought it was maybe 4 inches, 5 inches.
They're safe, but the car wasn't going anywhere until the water level subsided. A hard lesson in how quickly conditions can change when rainfall picks up. And for the City of Toronto, questions to be answered, like why the city's Don Valley Parkway was closed in one direction but not the other, leaving drivers stuck for hours.
Of course, there will be a review so that we, if there are some things we can improve on, I'll guarantee you we will know about it.
Drivers, too, learning from their experience the risks of trying to get somewhere when it's probably safer just to stay home.
Tensions between the Ford government and striking LCBO.
Those showers and thunderstorms should wrap up before morning, and then look at, we've got a nice sunny stretch ahead of us, a minor chance of showers tomorrow afternoon, but for the most part, that sunshine is going to continue for a while. We'll have the details in a moment. 24 in Kingston for a high today. It was probably closer to 30 north of the 401. 29 in Brockville, nearly 30 there, 26 in Smiths Falls, 25 in Ottawa. We had a 26 in Belleville, 27 in Peterborough, and a 26 in Oshawa, 28 for Toronto today. And wow, did they ever get flooded. The Don Valley Parkway got flooded by heavy rains. The Don River overflowed. Many parts of southern Ontario got hit pretty hard. We saw our share of showers today, too. That should end before morning. 19 for a low, feeling like a 27 overnight. And those winds tomorrow probably diminishing in the morning, but then picking back up again. A high of 25 tomorrow. Very small probability of showers. Enjoy that mix of sun and cloud and a nice sunny stretch ahead. The details in just a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by your locally owned Midas of Eastern Ontario, with lifetime guarantees on brakes, shocks, struts, exhaust, and now on tires. Come and experience the Midas difference.
You're watching CKWS News at 11.
Showers and thunderstorms racing through southern and eastern Ontario today. Some flooding in southern Ontario, Toronto, especially. The Don Valley Parkway was covered in water as the Don River overflowed. They saw the third wettest day in their recorded history. We are looking at some showers still, and that risk of thunderstorms. Hoping to see it wrap up overnight and then getting into some clearing with some high pressure moving it. Still some troughing there, so a small probability of showers through your Wednesday at like 30–40% across eastern Ontario. But then look out, high pressure really going to dig into the Great Lakes Basin over Thursday and right into next week. We may see a nice sunny stretch and seasonal highs. Belleville, high 26 tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud, and still a 30% chance of a shower through the afternoon. Thursday, it's mainly sunny, a high 24, more of the same Friday with a high of 25. Brockville up to 26 degrees tomorrow with a mix of sun and cloud and a very small chance of a shower. Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud, a high 23. Sunny on Friday and the high of 26. Smiths Falls up to 27 degrees. Still a pretty good chance of showers and a risk of thunderstorms. We hope to see that 40% drop off by late afternoon and maybe some partial clearing for Thursday and Friday. Lots of sunshine. Those temperatures taking a bit of a dip Thursday, but back up to a seasonal 26 on Friday. Kingston, your forecast, a high 25 and a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. The showers and thunderstorms you get tonight should be out of the way soon, and then we're going to see some partial clearing. Enjoy that mix of sun and cloud, a very small probability of showers through the afternoon. Thursday, mainly sunny, a high 23. Lots of sunshine on Friday and Saturday. Seasonal highs up to 24 over Sunday and Monday. With more sunshine, you may get some cloudy periods Sunday afternoon. And then come Tuesday, the cloud increases. Could be showers for Wednesday.